Hello everyone, happy Thursday and welcome back to another day trading recap. Unfortunately, my unlucky streak more or less continues today, which if you guys were in the Discord, you probably know the majority of what's going on. Before I start rambling about it, I'm just going to switch to the trading screen so you guys can get a better view of what's going on. The good news is I'm not red today, which is nice because I've been, my last 2 days were red and I got stuck in a lot of unnecessary positions, a lot of unfortunate positions. Some were my fault, some were just, freak flushes, and you sometimes can't really avoid those. It happens sometimes. Today, I got stuck in a pretty big freak flush. The only positive thing about it was the fact that I used small size. I used I don't know even what it was, like 100 or 200 shares. I used like a tenth, not even, of my average position size, and I still lost half of my P&L of the day. It was like a 10-14% flush that I got stuck in, just like that. I sized down on more risky positions, but that saves me a lot of the time. But man, today it hit me pretty hard. So let's go through these tickers: MULN and PIK. PIK is really the big one to talk about. So I say we just dive right into that, and then we'll finish up with MULN. PIK, and then I was watching a lot of large caps today because they are on fire. So starting off though, PIK, nasty backside. This is like default mode for most small caps. I don't know what it's been. Small caps have been pretty rough lately. I think this is the longest small cap lull I have ever experienced. It's about I want to say 3 months long, but it feels like a lot longer. Anyway, we've had pretty nice rally here, 170% plus. Pre-market was up like 90%, and we had a really good front side. And I was actually able to milk some of it, but then I'll talk about some issues I had. So internet direct marketing, retail company here, 7.6 million shares outstanding and 28 million market cap. I in my head right now, I'm thinking like, why am I so unlucky right now? Where are all my mistakes coming from? And maybe we could break it down a little bit better in this video. The beautiful contract right now, contract winner. This is one of my favorite catalysts here. A company reported partnership with Disney for release of Chapter by Dozen on Disney Plus. I love those kind of catalysts. Those are so good. Small company, small cap has a deal with a large cap, and it's some sort of longevity deal, and it sounds really good. I love those. Those oftentimes do really good in terms of price action and forward momentum, or front side momentum. So this ticker popped up pre-market. It was like a 100% move, and then a total move for like around 130 or so. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5-minute candles were up 100%. So really nice. And then this was 3 red 1-minute candles, and we went up like 30% in 3 minutes. So this was, good volume on this ticker. Everything was looking nice. So let's see how I actually ended up trading this one. Pre-market, I didn't start trading it till it was called out in the Discord. So big thanks to that call out. I think it was, who was it again? Something with a G. Glenn. I think Glenn was the one who called it out pre-market. So again, thanks for that shout out. It was not on the TOS ticker till pretty late. I even mentioned that. It was like really when the run was over. So shame on you, TOS, for being so slow with your updating your scanners. The TOS scanner usually works. I would say like 80% of all tickers I catch on this scanner, maybe even like 90%. It's really those like tickers that pop up really quickly, kind of like PIK, that oftentimes it misses. But most of the time, a ticker will already be up quite a bit pre-market. I'm already watching it, and it doesn't really sneak by me. So for most things, this scanner here is totally fine. Okay, so boom, boom, crawls up. I actually do quite okay. I just do really small size, as you can tell here. I'm only doing like, $4,000. Get some of these pops, and then here I really edge into this one. I start sizing into this one. Everything's looking good. It breaks out. I'm up like 10%. I buy even higher. You'll want to add into your winners. Nothing surprising there. Unfortunately, this one doesn't continue, and I actually end up closing near the low here. So, this big winner, I was up almost over $1,000 today in P&L. I gave most of that back, unfortunately, and I ended up basically making a percent or a scratch on this. Pretty much one of my best trades on the day. And it's tough because it's like I want to be adding into winners. I want to be sizing up, right? I'm doing all the things that I normally do for those big days, but these last 3 days, it's just like every time I step up to the plate, I get whacked. And it's a little frustrating because it's at this point, it's a little bit like odds are in the air. Based on statistics, it's bound to happen, every now and then you're going to get on a red streak. And that's pretty much what I'm on right now. Again, I don't want to just blame my luck on whatever the markets. Obviously, I should be doing better trading, but I'm having a hard time right now. I really don't know what it is. So usually I don't size up into my winners, which keeps me from having pretty big winners. But consistently, I guess I would say I'm a very consistent trader on average. I have like pretty clean profits around the clock, and I do like that. And every time I do step up to the plate where I try to size into winner, I seem to get smacked, and then I'm like, this is why I really don't do it. This is why I just take base hits, and usually like 3-4 base hits a day, and I'm having like a really good green day. So again, lesson, I'm not sure if there is one, because taking a base hit would have worked here, but taking a base hit would have left you in the dust over here. So it's a tough thing. I'm not even really sure if I have a good answer to that. I guess the only thing is, like, the hotter the market, the more you want to size into your winners. The weaker the market, the weaker the setup, you want to take your profits very quickly off the table. That's pretty much the nutshell. Anyway, I had the right idea. I had the wrong timing. It did end up popping up. I like the room to run it had. So in the end, it would have worked out, but I'm not trying to hold here and then all of a sudden it flushes and then either break out or bail out. That's pretty much the name of the game. So then this ticker started ranging. Obviously, I don't want to trade the range. I don't want to trade the backside. I just think, look at all my day trading recap videos. That's where I lose my money. I make all my money on front side. I make a little bit more in the range, and then I give a lot back on the backside. Well, usually not that much because I don't trade that much backside. But I think the last maybe 10 months in a row now, I've lost money trading backside. So I don't know. The statistics kind of speak for themselves. Anyway, this is the nice move here, pre-market or at the market open, where it pops up 30%. It did a little bit of a red to green move, popped up, and then I started, taking some trades here, very small size. So I had some okay winners, but just small size. Then it has this pullback. I should have traded this pullback here. This was a 10% pop, but I honestly don't even know why I didn't. Eventually, I go for this little move as it starts crawling higher. I take some profits really quickly. This was actually this looks like a bad trade, but this one was actually really, really good. Like this trade right here was better than this one over here. I just used, my size was a little bit small. And then eventually this ticker starts crawling up here. I start buying into this one. I'm long 600 shares, and then look at that. This is 15% flush. My average, I'm not totally sure what it was, but 4.20. I mean, I was buying this breakout, let's say, and I took like a 14% loss on this ticker, on this trade. So I was up, I think, so on total on PIK, I was up like over 1,000 at one point. Then I gave back quite a bit somewhere, I don't even remember. And then I gave back basically the other half of my leftover profits on this flush. So I'm only up 274 on PIK, and it's a little frustrating, I'm not going to lie. I feel like, I'm green today, but I feel worse than I did. Okay, yesterday I felt pretty bad. But the day before that, I was down like $600, and I didn't really feel that bad. But today I just feel like, again, I did really bad trading. Even when I was up quite a lot relative to my position size, I felt like I was doing really bad trading. So it's a little stressful. Sometimes I'll have a red day and I feel really good about it because I'm like, there was no good setups today. I avoided a lot of nasty stuff. I took a few attempts. I closed it, whatever. I moved on, and I ended the day red, but it's a small scratch day, and I think I did really good trading. Today was like we had opportunity, and I didn't do good on the opportunity. So I'm a little bit frustrated, I guess, with that. Yeah, after PIK has this big flush, you can see the volume, and I said this in the Discord, this is going to have a lack of volume at this point because people are just going to be very weary about PIK, and lo and behold, volume's fading because people don't trust the ticker anymore. I should have been a little bit more cautious because we had this kind of doji fake out flush as well. So yeah, maybe I was too aggressive, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I honestly don't know what else to say. Leave comments in the video below or below this video, and I'll be happy to see what you guys think. MULN, let's go to this ticker. I'm slightly red on this ticker, which is quite unfortunate, because I think I had the right idea on this ticker, but I was a little bit always late to the party. On the daily, backside ticker like usual. You're crawling past some bigger resistance zones, and I'm basically, trying to get some of this momentum to the upside. Automobile company, 35 million shares outstanding and 74 million market cap. It looks like it's kind of lacking company. I don't know here. Announced it was featured by Yahoo Finance. That's kind of ridiculous catalyst. It's really been on a multi-day run, and I think that's really where the value is. It's maintaining buyers really nicely, and it's just kind of continuing its uptrend. Now with this ticker, it looks like my trades aren't showing up. Let me just reset and then see if it'll show my trades. Sometimes that works. Okay, didn't work. I remember where this ticker, I traded this ticker, and it was really just right near the end. I don't think I traded it earlier. No, I only traded PIK and then really at the end. So what I was looking for is actually this move right here. And then I missed my entry. It did a 5% move. Then eventually it pulled back here. Good 5-minute setup overall. I bought a little bit more, but then it didn't have any continuation. So I took some small losses, but overall it really wasn't that bad. You got to what's that saying? I don't know, I forgot the saying, but there's another saying where it's basically you got to risk it for the biscuit, and that's pretty much the life of a trader, right? You don't make money if you don't trade, more or less. So small scratches are fine. This was really not a bad loser. I think I just was a little bit late to the party on this one. It is what it is. Honestly, this doesn't bother me at all. It's really how I went about PIK. That's a little frustrating. Yeah, it sucks to get stuck in that flush. Obviously, it happens sometimes. I don't even think that this one's really that disappointing. I really got to say how I traded this front side is what disappointed me. And again, like I didn't necessarily do the wrong thing. You want to be sizing up to your winners. So maybe I'm just disappointed with the ticker and also myself a little bit. Honestly, I don't know. I think really in a nutshell, what it is statistically, I mean, my winning ratio is about 70%. So sometimes statistically, you're going to have those streaks where you're just, every like once in a month or once in like every other month, where you just have like 20 red trades in a row. It can happen, right? So you have to get out of like that red mindset once those things do happen. And I'm a little bit in one of those where like I'll go for a trade, I'll step up to the plate, it doesn't work. I do it again, it doesn't work. I do it again, it doesn't work. So I'm like in a little bit of that phase where I'm just kind of getting a little frustrated, a little bit with myself, a little bit with the market. But it's not a big deal. I just kind of, it is what it is. You move on, and eventually it's going to be the opposite. Where I step up to the plate, I make it. I step up to the plate, I make it. So it is what it is, and I don't want to be negative Nancy over here. I'm trying to be a little bit more positive, but yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those days. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I do appreciate it, and leave some comments below. I'm always interested to see what you guys have to say. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. It is the easiest way to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you're new. We'd love to have you part of the community and also the challenge to $500,000 in trading profits. We are well on our way, and yeah, I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.